So first I want to say congrats on your directorial debut, Tempting Fate. And this film is based on the best-selling novel by Jane Green. So what was it about this story that you wanted to kind of take this step with?
I just love in Tempting Fate that it's about this woman who really makes some very poor choices and her life explodes. And it's really, for me, I feel like it's a story of empowerment because she figures out how to change her life and through kind of a bad situation. And I feel like, you know, we see a lot of coming of age stories of girls who are like 13, and I feel like this is really like a coming of age like later in her life. And I love that the character is flawed and really dealing with real life situations. She's married, she meets this, you know, extraordinarily good-looking guy, and her whole world just kind of explodes. And but she really is accountable for it, and I really feel like through her coming of age, she makes her life more just in a better place. And I love the whole journey of this woman, and I love that it's a journey of a sort of female empowerment.
Yes, and you worked with Alyssa Milano. She stars in this film, and she also executive produced as well. So what was it like working with her?
When we found out that Alyssa Milano was doing our movie, I was just over the moon. She is just such an incredible human being, first of all, and then she's so talented. She brought to this movie a really unique quality of vulnerability and also power and intelligence. And I just think, you know, as women, we are so many different things. We're not just one thing, and Alyssa Milano brings that to this role. She's just really, she's mesmerizing to watch.
Yes, and this movie also has like sexy scenes. It has emotional
Very
scenes.
sexy scenes.
Yes. So as a director, obviously you've been in front of the camera, but what was it like as a director trying to get out the emotions from the people you're working with?
Well, it was great because my husband and I directed it together, and he has a lot of experience because he is a director, and this was my first time directing, and I've had years on set as an actor. So I felt like our combination of our experience was a really a wonderful kind of meld of sort of the acting and, you know, camera and collaboration, and so it was really fun to be able to work with my husband and bring that to Tempting Fate.
Yes, and I heard a story Alyssa told that you kind of played Lady Gaga for her to get her to kind of get some emotion out. So
well, I didn't sing Lady Gaga, but I have this technique that I do as an actor that I don't know, I love it. What I do is I sort of do like an emotional arc, and I use music to kind of, because when you're on set, everything is moving so quickly and you're shooting really quick, and you know, you've got your sound and makeup, and so you really have to safeguard your kind of emotional context of what you're bringing to the character. And since I know, I just know it as an actor, I wanted to be able to kind of safeguard that for my actors. So there was an emotional scene, and you know, you have to do it over and over and over again. So I had prepped, I kind of did a breakdown for each character as a, you know, how I would do it as an actor, and then I did it for myself as a director. And so I just took a kind of gamble, and I took my headphones and I like put them in her ear right before, and then I could see she was getting there emotionally. And so then we were just like, action! And it was such a beautiful scene.
And then I wanted to talk about like working with your husband, because obviously you guys did it together. So how was that dynamic like on set, or like work-life balance? Like how did you guys navigate that?
It's so funny when I told people that, oh, my husband and I are directing, I could tell, like they're like, oh, great. And meanwhile they were thinking, don't get divorced. But actually for us it came really just easily, and I think because I respect him so much as a director, and I feel that he respects me as an actor, and we knew that collaborating would be just, I mean, we do it every day at home in terms of like navigating our kids and our life, and it's so hectic, and so we just sort of brought that multitasking, sharing, collaborating effort that we've been doing for 20 years as a couple, and we brought it to our work life. And it was, you know, it was amazing amazing because there was moments where, you know, I just felt like we've also needed each other and trusted each other, and he knew exactly where I was in certain. I mean, the first day I was like, there's just the pressure, and I was like, kind of like, okay, here we go. He's like, it's okay, honey, calm down, everything's fine. But he would do it aside so that we could move forward, and we really championed sort of the best within each other. So I mean, it was really magical.
If you love that video, you're gonna love everything on the Access YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe button. You can thank me later. Hit it.